We're drafting. We're drafting tonight. We're drafting in the mitten draft on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. And I want you all to jump in and be a part of these drafts. We're going to be doing some what are called mitten drafts. Mitten drafts are essentially baby versions of the gauntlet. The gauntlet draft is basically you draft for the playoffs and you keep the players to the entire playoffs. And we're doing that here on the show tonight. So get ready, get signed in, make your minimum deposit at Underdog Fantasy. I'm going to drop the link it's in the description, but I'm going to drop the link in the live chat and pin it. Use promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit. We're doing live drafting tonight in a few minutes here, so file on in. I'm going to be answering your phone calls and talking week 16, who you should start, who you should sit. We'll be going through all that. The Fantasy Football Show begins now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we're doing live drafts tonight. We're going to do mitten drafts, they're called. And they're essentially $5 drafts. I'll show you on screen here in a second, but file on in. Let me drop the link and promo code and everything in the description here. Let's see here, or in the live chat. Hang tight. Let me drop this right now. I'm dropping the link in just about 4 seconds here. So Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. There's the link. If you want to get in this draft or in these drafts, we might do one or two of them. You're going to want to click that link that's in the live chat right now pinned. It uses promo code Smitty, attaches it automatically. And I think Rockout's still asleep. I do believe so. Hopefully he files on in and we can talk to him and get him to call in. But click that link and get ready. Don't jump in the draft yet, but you're going to want to swipe over on the lobby and get to mitten. It's a $5 entry fantasy football NFL playoff best ball draft. And we're going to be drafting live, so just wait. And hang tight as we jump in those in just 1 second. So file on in. The phone lines will be open shortly. We'll do that while I'm drafting. And we'll talk fantasy football 2022 week number 16. So appreciate everybody being in here. Hit that like button on your way in the door. And let's get to it. Let's see here. Let me enable what it looks like here. So this is the app, the Underdog app. Link in live chat, link in description, promo code Smitty. You're going to want to make your minimum deposit. Now, Underdog will match up to $100 in your first deposit. So if you deposit $100, they'll give you $100. If you deposit $50, they'll give you $50. If you're new to Underdog and you make your minimum deposit. Once you're in, I'm going to tell you when to click on this mitten draft right here. So don't click on it. Don't join yet. We're going to wait until we get enough people in here, and then we're going to jump into a mitten draft together. Now, the great part about this is you keep your players all the way through the playoffs. You're also predicting the playoff finishes. So you're not even sure who to pick, because in some cases you have the Lions vying for a spot. You have all these teams that are on the verge of making the playoffs. You might draft somebody that doesn't even go to the playoffs. So sign up now. Use the link in the live chat, the link in the description, promo code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 of your first deposit. Use promo code Smitty or use that link. Once everybody's ready to go, we're going to jump in. So get ready for that. Please do voicemails tonight. Yeah, I can do those after. People weren't leaving voicemails the last day or two. I'll check to see if you got any, but you guys didn't leave any for the show today. So definitely leave some on the daily, bro. Leave them before the show time, and I'll get to them. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes to click on that link and get signed up and everything. Travis, let me know when you're ready to go, and we're gonna jump into the first mitten draft. So get ready. And start thinking about who's in the playoffs and who's not, because you don't want to draft players that are not in the playoffs, and it won't take out those players until the teams are eliminated. So you might end up drafting, somebody that's not in the playoffs. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, let me see here. Let me go to. So far, just so people know, the Bills are in the playoffs. The Bengals are gonna clinch, or maybe they don't. Bengals are gonna get a wild card spot. Let's not get carried away. But Bengals, I think, will clinch the division. Titans are not. They haven't clinched. The Jaguars are trying to get a playoff spot. I mean, it's tough to know who to take. I mean, there's so many teams that are vying, especially in the AFC. You don't know what 3 wild card teams are going to grab those spots, so it's going to be crazy. All right, we're jumping in. Ready? Everybody ready? This is why you got to do this ahead of time. I've warned people all week. Make sure you click the link, get signed up, make your minimum deposit so they can give you that double, instant bonus cash. You deposit $50 on your first time. The first time you join, they'll give you $50. You do $100, they'll give you $100. They'll match up to $100 instantly. Here we go. I'm clicking on it right this second. Jump into the mitten. Okay, enter 150K in prizes. It's $5 an entry. Boom. I'm the first one in this one. Perfect. So we're waiting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people. It's 6 people in a draft. 2 spots just filled from you guys. And there's 3 spots remaining in the draft. There we go. 2 spots remaining. This is how quick it goes. Thank you, Avi. Appreciate your super chat and well wishes, my guy. Avi tells me feel better. Thank you, man. All right. So 2 spots remaining. 2 spots remaining. Jump on in. 1 spot left. We'll probably do another one, don't worry. And I'll answer some questions, and once the draft gets going, I might open the phone lines. Let me just get into the draft a little bit. It's so tough to know, bro, who to draft. It really is. Like we were watching some people. I love watching this. You're the man, Smitty. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you. Okay, 1 spot remaining. You can see it at the top there. 1 spot remaining right here. Filled. Okay, draft begins in, I usually counts down for like 30 seconds or a minute. Yeah, a minute. So a minute, the draft will start. Here are the players. So obviously Bills and Bengals and, you got to make your own decision whether you think the Jaguars are going to get snubbed or they're going to make it in. The Chiefs obviously are locked in. Chargers are in a fight with the Ravens and the Dolphins, and I mean it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to keep in mind what teams are on the cusp, and I gotta look at it myself, because you don't really. It's like you got to make some guesses. Titans, Jaguars. I mean, what's going to happen there? One of those teams is going to be a wild card winner, and then obviously the Chiefs. Okay, this goes fast, and you got to think. Oh, I'm on the clock. Am I first? Let's go with Josh Allen. Attaboy, Joshy boy, on Smitty's team, Team Smitty. Let's go, Josh Allen. Fired up. So it's six people drafting, and then obviously, Snake. So I'll draft at 12. Drafting at 1, drafting at 12. Christian McCaffrey just went. That's a good one, though. I was tempted to go Christian McCaffrey. I was, but I'm going Josh Allen. I could have went Jalen Hurts. Hurts would have been a good one too. Hurts, Mahomes. Look, and this is early quarterback. This is no different than a draft. Why do people like us draft, and everybody draft quarterbacks early in best ball and not in real life? It's brainwashing from the industry, bro. Brainwashing from the industry. We got to take advantage of it, though. We can't let people convince us to, and that's what we were talking about earlier. You can't draft too early. You don't want to draft too early. You want to take full advantage of the people that allow us to draft late. It's so tough to predict if Detroit's going to get a spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost up with my back-to-backs. I got back-to-back picks. I love it. Gonna make some quick decisions and predicting. Okay, so I'm up right here. Oh, this is so tough. I was running out of time and I wanted to grab I wish a few players had fallen. I don't know how much I like the combination that I went. I like the Miles Sanders pick because I do think Philly's gonna make it to the Super Bowl. I do, or the Niners could. So my thinking here is Josh Allen versus Miles Sanders in the Super Bowl, but I'm putting Joe Mixon in there just in case. And I think the Bengals will score some points on the way. And then if for any reason the Buffalo Bills get knocked off by the Bengals, then at least I've got Mixon in there. So it's a tough call. Typically, you do see a lot of people that win have a lot of players on the same team, but it's hard to do that when you're 1-12. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that so far. Here's the board. Let me put the board up. Here's the first round. So Josh Allen, Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, McCaffrey, Diggs, JJ, Kelsey, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Miles Sanders, Joe Mixon, Tony Pollard, Dalvin Cook, Juju, Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry. Joe Burrow was a steal. Look at old school at that 5 pick. Who's old school? Is that one of our guys? Get Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and Diggs. How do you land that from that spot? That's a great set of 3 players. Okay, I need to start. Waddle, it's a good pick. Gabe Davis is a good pick. I would have probably went Gabe Davis, to be honest with you. Okay, so I need a wide receiver pretty bad. Debo's probably going to be back. I'll take Debo, and then you know what? I'm going McKinnon. So your boy Smitty's got Josh Allen, Miles Sanders, Joe Mixon, Debo, and McKinnon. Pretty good. Now, the requirements for this right here are as follows. 1 QB, 2 wide receivers. So we'll see what happens there. 1 running back, 1 flex. So I'm going with 3 RBs so far, but there are less running backs obviously than wide receivers. Everyone knows that. So I'm going to try and stockpile that position a little bit and see if I like this approach. Prizes are as follows. First place gets $15K, second gets $7,500, third is $5,000, and so on. And you can see all the way down to you're getting a grand all the way down to 8th place. These are the mittens. These are a little bit easier or cheaper to get in, but the payouts are a little less, right? So pick 2, Smitty, Mixon, ETN, Keenan Allen. I'm going to go Mixon and ETN probably, bro. Okay, let's go back to ranking these guys. So it's tough to know who's going to make it, man. It also is it's so tough to see, certain players that you want to draft so badly, but you don't know that they're going to play more than one game. Aaron Goddard. And in some cases, you don't know that they're going to play at all. Like Detroit's on a mission, but you draft a Detroit player, you don't know if you're... Okay, so... I'm going to go McKenzie. I'm hoping Dawson Knox has an amazing little playoff run. So I'm leaning on Debo in the NFC. I'm leaning on Josh Allen. I'm leaning on Debo and Miles Sanders in the NFC. I'm leaning on Josh Allen, Isaiah McKenzie, and Dawson Knox. It's an interesting strategy. I kind of like the squad. Let's go back to that team number 5 draft slot. Diggs, Chase, Burrow, Higgins, Brandon Ayuk, Austin Eckler. Well, I don't. That was kind of I think a waste. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the Chargers can. Yeah, they could grab a wild card spot. Yeah, they could. I mean, you got Miami at 8-6. You got the Ravens at 9-5. And yeah, so I guess the Chargers are right on the verge. But will they close it out? They look so, I don't know, what's the word? Not all there, not all together. This is tough. All right, let's get to queuing up some people. What wide receivers can I grab? It's such a shame leaving some of these names out here. Like you're leaving Devontae Adams sitting there. It's like, man, it's tough. The Jags are just probably not going to be able to grab a spot. Yeah. Okay. So almost up here. What am I going to do? You know what? maybe the Chargers do make it. If they do, there'll be a wild card team. I'm going to grab Herbert for that wild card weekend quarterback spot. I would like to sure up another wide receiver. Boyd might not be a bad option. Kadarius Toney would be interesting. What if he has like a string? Put Cook in there. I think the Niners rest CMC this week. I don't think this week, no. I mean, they may run him a lot less, sure. I think we might see a disappointing week, at least 1 week in these next 2 with CMC. All right, here's the board so far. I got 2 rounds. Well, I got 2 picks left. We're at the end of the second to last round. We'll do another one of these. Don't worry, they go fast. If anybody wants to be in this draft, make sure you click the link that's pinned in the live chat. For anybody watching a replay, click the link in the description of the video. Use promo code SMITTY. Underdog Fantasy will match up to $100 on your first deposit. So if you click the link, it automatically inserts the promo code for you. But make sure you enter promo code SMITTY if you venture over to Underdog without the link. But click the link. They'll match up to $100 on your first deposit. So if you do a $50 deposit, they'll give you $50 on your first deposit. You do $100, they'll give you $100. Make sure you understand that when you make your first deposit. And so if you do 10, they'll give you 10. These are $5 a piece. You can win up to 15 grand. Here are the prizes right here. 15 grand is first place, and the prizes go down. This is 1 quarterback, 2 wide receiver tight ends, 1 running back, 1 flex, 1 bench player. Let's let's look at what we're doing here. It's so hard to leave. Like some of these guys out there, it's so hard. I almost went Kadarius Toney. Detroit's so interesting, Detroit's record is 7-7. That was tough. Let's review these teams before we jump in another one. So KJ Osborne was a good pick. Ron Navy, if Ron Navy's in here, he'll be impressed I got KJ Osborne that late. So again, this is a playoff draft. You keep your players the entire playoffs. You want to make sure you've got your backup, so to speak. If the bye week, Josh Allen's going to be, sitting on a first round bye. So I don't have any quarterback points scoring in wild card weekend, do I? Or do I? Because I got Justin Herbert. Maybe the Chargers grab this wild card spot. So this is a good strategy to have 2 quarterbacks the way that I've got them, because Herbert will score points that first week. Josh Allen will score points in the remainder, or they rotate, whatever. Miles Sanders, I have as an NFC running back, and Joe Mixon. Let's see, I have Joe Mixon, Jerick McKinnon, and James Cook, all from the AFC. It's hard to get the right mix of everything you want. I would prefer to have all my players on one team, to be honest, and just kind of bank on that team winning the Super Bowl. But this is a pretty good start. I think. So James Cook, I have potentially going to the Super Bowl with Josh Allen if the Buffalo Bills do make it to the Super Bowl. And then look at my wide receivers. In case Debo does make a Super Bowl appearance, and hopefully he'll be back for the entire playoffs. I got Isaiah McKenzie and Dawson Knox, and KJ Osborne as just an extra player to score points in between. This is pretty good. Pretty good team, I think. I think even Ron Navy would be quite impressed with that. I'm going to take a little screenshot of that bad boy, and let's go into the next draft. So I'm not going to click it yet. I'm going to let people get settled and ready. We're going to click another mitten draft or $5 entries. I'm going to click on it but not enter yet. So wait for me. I'm going to click on it. You're going to see enter. I'm not hitting it yet. It is $5 an entry. They're almost, it looks like 33% full. I imagine they'll be done with the mittens by maybe even Sunday. Okay, which means that you won't even know who's in the playoffs yet, team-wise and player-wise, before these close, the mittens close. So $5 an entry, $150,000 in prizes. First place gets $15K, as you can see on the screen here. Second gets $7,500. The lineups are 1 QB, 2 wide receiver tight ends, 1 running back, 1 flex, 5 bench spots. Are we ready to jump in? Another one. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. Enter the mitten with Smitten. Let's go. Waiting. Okay, so we got 2 in there. We're waiting on 1, 2, 3, 4 because there's 6 people in. These are so fun. These are so fun. It gives you so much to look forward to, especially what if your fantasy, season's crapped out by then, or it already has. You can jump in these mitten drafts. The link's in the live chat. Links in the description. Promo code Smitty. They match up to $100. Do it. Do it live. It's absolutely a blast. They're drafting again. Nothing feels better than this. People saying, I can't wait for next year. Can't wait for next year. Well, draft now. Play in the playoffs, baby. You keep this entire team through the entire playoffs. Okay, so we're all in. We got like what, Oracle or something. Your boy Smitty drafted second. Travis generated. Got Roe. We got Roe in here. What's up, Travis? Yeah. I don't see Ron Navy in here. He might be asleep. I think Rock Out might be waking up right about now. Ron Navy goes to sleep right about now. Rock Out wakes up right about now. Someone let me know if Rock Out's here. I need Rock Out to call in a little bit. All right, draft starting in 18 seconds here. What is the positions? So again, if you click on this little info tab at the top right, if anybody's in the draft, it is like I said, 15,000 the first place. It's 1 at the bottom, 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 flex, and 2 wide receivers / tight ends. That count as the same. Oracle's up. He takes Patty Mahomes. I'm not sure if I should go Josh Allen here again or try and go a Jalen Hurts route. I'm going to go Josh Allen again. I can do enough of these to get a couple of Jalen Hurts. You don't always get first or second pick overall, so I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it'll be probably harder to draft Josh Allen on the average, so I'm going to go Josh Allen. I could have went CMC too. That might be something I try on the next draft. Anyone else lose because of Herbert? I think a lot of people did. Sick nasty, but what's up, Frank? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, appreciate you, Fantasy Dad. Okay, so Jalen Hurts went. Here's the board. Let me put the board up. So it went Mahomes, Josh Allen to me, Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey. Now Travis Rose on the clock right now. 100 of you in here, please hit that thumb up button. Subscribe if you're new. Your boy Smitty does these midnight graveyard live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and this is just one show that we do. We're doing it live all the time. What I'm hoping is we get some people in here. No, I actually want it to be competitive, but every once in a while you hope that some kind of newbie in here just starts drafting players that aren't even in the playoffs. Okay, let's start looking at this. Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. We got Travis Kelce went next. Generated is up next. Generated has Christian McCaffrey. Travis Rowe is, or not Travis Rowe, that's Travis J. Travis J, I don't know if it's one of ours. Draft Bijan, I wish Ricky. Diggs, I would have liked to have Diggs and Allen together. That would have been nice. That would have been pretty smooth. A.J. Brown, God, why does it have to be? Why you got to take A.J. Brown like that, bro? Boy, he's dying here. Bro, what do I do here? I hate taking players that are This is why I wish I could go back and change the Josh Allen pick, because now I'm picking players that aren't, that are conflicting each other in terms of going the distance, but I'm going to go Debo again. I shouldn't put all my eggs in Debo's basket. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I want an NFC, player. I don't know why I should have took Miles Sanders. I don't know why I did that. Terry Roberts on patrol. Thank you, Terry. Tacos were amazing, by the way. Absolutely amazing. Eckler T. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have Mixon, but I probably should have. That probably wasn't the smartest move. If I could go back, I'd change. You're on the cooker here. You're on the under pressure, trying to make a split decision, and sometimes you don't balance it right. You really got to balance it right. You can't have all your players fighting it out in the AFC championship game, because then who are you going to have left? However, if they score huge amounts of points, maybe it ends up, you never know. But it does seem like the winners, from what I've heard, are usually people that have had like a lot of people in the final game, so man, this is so hard to pick the right combination of players. Okay, so Pacheco just went. I'm probably going to go right now. I've got Allen, Mixon, Debo, Kittle. Gonna go wide receiver heavy on this one, whereas before I didn't. So I got Mixon, Josh Allen, Debo, Kittle, Gabe Davis. So clearly I'm forecasting a Niner Bill face-off, and the Mixon thing just kind of doesn't fit. It should have been Miles Sanders. I guess it would have maybe helped a little bit. You never know though. Lions going for a run. Avi, they really could. They really could, bro. The Dolphins definitely going for a run. They're 8-6. You just don't know how many games you're going to get, you know, so it's tough. It's tough. That's part of the dilemma. That's part of the strategy. Mark, your membership ran out. It's $1.99, Mark. Punch it, bro. It's $1.99, my guy. You get the green name, the emojis. I'm going to be dropping a rock out snoozing emoji. So get ready for that. Rock out's getting his own emoji. Rock out turned. Yeah, Ron, I sent you a message on IG. Ron, my team, you would have loved my team last time. I did a little bit too much of a mixed bag here. I probably shouldn't have drafted Mixon on this specific team. My team so far is Josh Allen, Mixon, Debo, Kittle, Gabe Davis. And, you know, it doesn't hurt to, I think, mix it up a little bit. But the thing is, like, if in this particular mitten draft, if the Bengals make it all the way, I'm not going to win. So maybe I shouldn't have went the direction of Mixon, but whatever. He still could score like a boatload of points in one game and it'd be worth it. So let's go ahead and Giants. Maybe. Okay. I am up. I need an RB. Yeah, weird things do happen, Ron. You're right. But what do you think about this, Ron? So far, Joe Mixon, James Cook, Josh Allen, Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Gabe Davis, pretty decent. Pretty decent, I think. The ultimate would be to get, you get Allen, Diggs, McKenzie, like all on one squad. That would be the ideal maneuver. Okay, I'm up again. We'll go McKenzie. It's pretty good to have McKenzie, James Cook, Gabe Davis, and Josh Allen. If the Niners do make it at least to the NFC Championship, I mean, Kittle could do some damage, and Debo could do some damage by then. Crazy. Ronnie, you getting in the next one? We're doing another one. These go so fast, we can definitely do another one. Is that Jacob? Jacob on the clock? T. Higgins, Zeke Elliott, Brandon Ayuk, Dalton Schultz, Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is interesting. The problem with Amon-Ra, and I almost took him, I probably would have maybe taken him right here, is that not only do you have the odds are there for the Lions to grab a wild card spot, but there's very extremely tough odds for them to grab a wild card spot, and then there's tough odds for them to win more than one game, and the tough odds of, so how many rounds is the draft? 10 players, all playoffs. Yeah, Eckler was a good pick in the 7th round if the Chargers do end up making it, which, they have a good record considering. All right, I am on the clock. Let's go Dawson. Yeah, buddies. Um, so Ron, don't you think that that's a no-brainer move right there? Tell me if I'm wrong on my strategy, but I don't have a wild card quarterback because I got Josh Allen and I just took Herbert. Herbert makes it into a wild card spot. Isn't that the best position you could be in in terms of quarterback? Ziggy, activate. Isn't that the best position to be in, Ron? Or am I overlooking something here? Ricky says Lions to the Super Bowl. Well, if they are to the Super Bowl, bro, that St. Brown pick's the best pick. Yeah, I think that was good. So my team is as follows: Josh Allen, Herbert. So I got my wild card quarterback potentially. I got Josh Allen the rest of the way, or maybe Herbert. Mixon, Cook. I need another RB, but you only need to start one running back. So technically speaking, James Cook is, if the Bills don't go to the Super Bowl, I'm not winning anyway. So I'm rolling with James Cook as my number one RB the whole way. Got a combination of wide receivers for that flex and the two wide receivers. Kind of feel like that's the best approach. Maybe go a little bit wide receiver heavy. Get a couple RBs, maybe 3 at the most. Does Grant Tomlinson go through week 18? No, it does not. Vamp it ends in week 17. Are you gonna win it, Vamp? God, it sucks not drafting like Fields and these guys. You just see them sitting there, and you're like, man, I love to have, Travis. I'm gonna go ahead and take Jordan Mason here. I think that's a wise move on my part. I think so. I mean, look. Got Jordan Mason in there now. That gets me some potential wild card running back points. Or no, they won the division. That gets me potential, I don't know, home run points. Okay. We're going to jump in one more mitten. I like this team. I'm going to take another snapshot of that squad. Okay, we're jumping in to the next one. Let's take a look at these teams real quick. Travis, Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, Derrick Henry, Cook, Barkley, Walker, JJ, Kelsey. Interesting squad. I mean, if things go your way. All right. Going into another mitten. I'm going to wait a minute, let everybody kind of understand what's going on here. Ron, these are going to be done. It's 33% full. These are going to be done by Sunday night. If you want in on this draft right now, you got to click the link in the live chat or the link in the description. But if you're watching the live stream, click on the link on the live chat. Deposit a minimum of $10, but they'll match up to $100 in your first deposit, Underdog, using promo code Smitty, which the link will enter the code for you automatically. But if you venture over to Underdog without it, use code Smitty. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit over at Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. And so if let's say you deposit a minimum of $10, they'll give you $10. You can play in you could do 4 of these drafts. Because they're $5 each. So jump into these, and for $10 you can do 4 drafts and have a chance at 4 times of winning this. Rumor has it Rockout's still snoring. Okay, we're going in. Now there's a 10-second delay on the draft, so you might want to click it now. But we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one's going to feel quick. Boom. If you got in a different one, because they fill quick, and if you click the link and it filled and you were a second late or something like that, don't worry. Just draft with us. We'll wait maybe like another 2 minutes before the next one, and then we'll jump in one more. We'll do one more. So if you didn't get in, I don't know if you got to check with your state. I'm not positive on everybody's state. Okay, made it to the semis. My flex spot again. McKinnon, Waddle, J.K. Dobbins. Only Tuesday. Just thought some McKinnon matchup looks unreal. Waddle safer, but so guys, can you vote for Avi, McKinnon, or can you vote please in the chat McKinnon or Waddle for Avi, please? I'm gonna go with Mahomes in this one. I mean, Mahomes is so good. Josh Allen goes 2. Hurts goes 3. I gotta mix it up. Look at all the Waddles. Avi's shocked. I don't know, Eric, if they'll let you. It'll tell you if you try, but I don't know. Don't worry about if it came off one play or not, Avi, but trust your gut. And McKinnon's so hot right now in terms of usage and touchdown opportunities, and it'd be tough. Waddle just got drafted. If that helps make you get excited there, Avi. So McCaffrey's tempting for me in the next draft or in one of these drafts. I think I do want to grab McCaffrey at some point. I feel like McCaffrey's just a good playoff running back, considering the Niners look so tough. I think the Niners do have a very strong shot at a Super Bowl appearance, or at least an NFC championship appearance. I mean, their defense is just straight fire. Is JK flex worthy? Absolutely, bro. 100%. Man, that was really close. I almost got Diggs. I got Chase, though. God, this is where I would have rather drafted Burrow, in a sense. Although, Ron, you know what I'm going to do, bro? I'm drafting Burrow, too. This feels crazy, though, but it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do it. I'm going to crush the... Look, there's strategy involved in this. It's not just all craziness. It's a one quarterback league, but I'm going to score so many points at quarterback. And if the Bengals do go there, I got my Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stack that I wanted very, very badly, and to also get Mahomes. I feel like that was it. Had to do it. I had to do it. There weren't the right receivers available for me to. I liked Devontae Smith. But Chase was the last one to drop, and so this could work out. I wonder if one of the people in contention last year had a double quarterback situation like this. It really feels like an amazing strategy, because I'm going to score so many points, no matter what, and one of these teams, in my opinion, is going to the Super Bowl. So, like, my gut tells me that one of these teams, the Bills too, but I have a feeling, I have a strong feeling this is going to be kind of crafty. And with the amount of starters, so if you don't know, anybody's just joining, you have one quarterback, 2 wide receiver tight ends, 1 running back, 1 flex. So it's very small lineups, and you can pull this off. I like this. That feels really good. Walker or Pollard this week? What does the chat think on Walker Pollard? It's a pretty tough call, to be honest. I don't know. I waver on that one. I waver hardcore on that one. Now, again, I don't know if I messed up. Because in a sense, if the Bengals don't make the Super Bowl, you get like Ron Navy said, you never know. But if the Bengals don't make the Super Bowl, I don't know if McKinnon and Mahomes are going to win it for me, you know. So it's tough to say if I go with a lesser player. But they can still score a lot of points on the way. So it's not like it's a waste or anything, but you know, it does make you contemplate whether it's better to take a lower projected player. But at least I have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Burrow. That's pretty solid, man. I almost got Mixon too. That would have been unreal. That would have been amazing. This looks good. This looks really good. McKinnon, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Burrow, Mahomes. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think Walker's a must-start Uncle Slayer, but it depends on your situation. You know, I don't know what other options you have. Okay, I'm going to need... some... Look at that. That's kind of interesting. McKinnon, James Cook, Pacheco, Mahomes, Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. And of course, I'm banking on a Bengal Super Bowl appearance, but yeah, no thanks, Mario. I think I'll heal the old-fashioned way, but thanks for the advice. Oh, the reason I put Kamara on the thumbnail is we're talking week 16. Good question. Just talking about players not to sit. You know, we'll get into that in a little bit. I think we're gonna do one more draft, and I don't know how long I'm gonna go today or tonight, but we'll do a couple phone calls, and we'll just, we'll do some of the voicemails. I don't know if any of my voicemail crew left me anything, but they didn't leave me anything yesterday or today from the IG voicemail group. So I'll get into that if anybody left any questions. Bengals, Chiefs, AFC title. You know what I'm going to start doing for my voicemail group? I'm going to start recording my response in the voicemail group. Why not do that? I can't believe I didn't think of that. Okay. I'll hold down the button and respond. Okay, I need to start. Man, Boyd was somebody I was going to grab. You. So, Ron, I grabbed Lamar. Even though I have, it seems crazy and overload, but even though I have Mahomes and Burrow, Mahomes is obviously not going to play wild card weekend. Burrow may not play wild card weekend, but if he does play wild card weekend, then I don't need Lamar necessarily, but if Burrow clinches the division, then I've got Lamar who can't clinch the division. That's a pretty good move, right, Ron? So I got the high. No one in this team of 6 is going to outscore me at quarterback. Let's just say that. I've got Lamar or Burrow, whoever doesn't win the division, to score some points. And that's assuming the Ravens don't somehow falter, but yeah, what do you think about what I just explained, though? I think that's a pretty smart move on my part. I'm guaranteed a wild card quarterback now. I'm pretty much guaranteed a wild card quarterback. I could use I don't know what to do here. Who do I grab? Go KJ. Ron, what do you think of my strategy now? So Mahomes and Burrow. Yeah, I know, but Mahomes or Burrow, like, to guarantee yourself quarterback points in every single, probably, assuming that either Mahomes or Burrow go to the Super Bowl, I'm guaranteed high-end QB, top 5 QB numbers potentially every single round. Because if Burrow clinches his division, Lamar's playing wild card weekend. I think it's crazy, a crazy move. And on top of that, the only time I'm not going to get, so I could have 0 RB production in the Super Bowl if the Bengals go, but I'll have Jamar Chase, Higgins. I think I'll be okay. We'll see what kind of lead I could get, but I think it's a pretty good strategy. I like this squad a lot. I feel like this is my best team I've made so far. Screenshot that one. Okay, let's go into these teams. Allen, Lamb. I'm not leaning a lot of Cowboy. So this one's got Hurts, Diggs. I like this one. Mixon. It's got some good balance to it. Diggs. Yeah, I like that one. Ray. Henry will be an interesting one. You know, some of these it's tough to pass on some of these players. All right, I'm going to wait like 2 minutes. And then I'm going to jump into one more mitten. How does it work for choosing who plays highest scoring player each round? So the wild card round, highest scoring players score you points. Boom. That's your week 1. So if you don't have any wild card guys, then you're not going to score any points. But you could have let's say you draft all Eagles and you have nobody score any points for you in round 1. It's still okay if you can, boom, crush it. No, there's never any lineups on DFS, Travis. It's always best. It's always best ball. It sets optimal lineups for you. You never on Underdog. You never have to set a lineup. You never pick up a player. It's all best ball. Okay, ready? Let's jump in one more. I'm gonna click it. You might want to click it now because there's a 10-second delay on the live stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump in. $20 hauler on screen from my boy. Ahmad, appreciate you. Ahmad.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy.
Appreciate you, my guy. Let's get it back. I got to get back over here real quick because we're drafting in 45 seconds. I'm pick 3. Nice. I lost Hurts. QB waiver is shallow. I do have a bye this week. Nice. But I'm not sure if Hurts plays anymore. Meaning, yeah, you might have to get Minshew. Minshew is the safest one easily from this group right here. I got Minshew. Yeah, you're good because that protects you, bro. That protects you hardcore because no matter what, you're good to go, bro. You know, that's a really good move. It's the way to go. Am I missing something? Is there a follow-up question, or are you just wanting to know if I feel good about it? I feel good about it. I think Minshew. The other thing you got to think about too, bro. Think about this, Ahmad. This could be your best case scenario. If Hurts sits out this week, Minshew goes in, plays well, but loses the game, they might play Hurts in week 17 to get the win before putting the pressure on the final game, because all the Eagles have to do is win one game of the 3. And if they lose this one without Hurts, they'll potentially say, let's go ahead and put Hurts out there for week 17. And if he wins, then we can sit him week 18. I kind of want to go McCaffrey on one of these, but I'll go McCaffrey on one of them. You know what I'm saying, Ahmad? Like your best case scenario is that he sits out during your bye week. They lose the game, and then they feel pressured to put him in because they don't want to leave it up to the final week. I think it's potentially a scenario that could play out. Here's the board. It went Mahomes, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey. I'm on the clock real quick. I'll come back to this. Let's see, JJ. This is tough. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that strategy. Going running back. Going running back instead of, I like the fact that I have McCaffrey, and I'm glad I'm doing a couple different varieties of this. Zach Wilson plays Seattle and Miami week 17, 18. Yeah. You don't know if Zach Wilson will be in the lineup, though, but I like the Minshew idea, bro. I think you're good either way. The only thing that could burn you is if he goes in for half of the game, which could happen, and you're not sure what to do. So that's not a bad option to have that approach going on. Tony Pollard, Justin Jefferson. So I like this approach here. I'm gonna go with Sanders or Mixon. So this is Ron. How do you feel about this build? This build feels really good here. Christian McCaffrey, T. Higgins, and Joe Mixon. So Bengals versus. This could work out. Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's such an interesting pick too. Like, it's so tough. It's so tough because you're trying to weigh out how much someone could explode, and even if maybe they don't have as big of a game, or they don't have as many games, but they have bigger games. It's like it's such a fun strategy. That's why I love this. So I absolutely love it. I would have loved to have had Debo. I was banking on Debo coming back to me. I was definitely hoping Debo was going to come back to me. So probably got to grab a quarterback here. I'm going to go with Brock Purdy. And this team is as follows. So Niners versus Bengals, Super Bowl potentially. I got McKinnon in there just to drop some fire at running back just in between. Yeah, upsets, I agree, but I think you still want to stack them on the upset team. Because from what I've heard, the winners or whatever usually are people that have a lot of their players in that final game together. Not a lot of people from what I've heard win this thing scoring a lot of points in the earlier weeks. It's you got to score a lot the whole way through. But am I up? Okay. I need to go wide receiver. Waddle's interesting here, though. I just don't know. It feels counter to it. I probably should go. I hate drafting Ayuk over Waddle, but I'm banking on this particular team. I'm banking on a Niner Super Bowl. So, yeah, it feels like a good team, but it doesn't feel as good as the other ones that I've drafted. Who knows, Ron? What the best strategy is? I'm very tempted. Did I see your super Avi? I'm sorry. No, let me look for it. Thanks again. I'm out for that super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Avi, I'm looking. So Mod, thank you. Avi, I got your first super chat here. McKinnon, Waddle. Everybody voted Waddle, which was crazy. And then the last super chat I haven't got to yet was from Avi. Avi, appreciate you. Will JJ be a top 5 wide receiver ever? Hold on. What's my team here? Okay. Will JJ be a top 5 wide receiver ever? What does he mean? Are you trying to write every year? Are you trying to write every year? 1.1, then CMC 1.2. Avi, I think you're trying to say every year. Matt Ryan or Zach Wilson? Oh, I don't know, bro. I guess Zach Wilson, but barely. Like all time? Will he be a top 5 wide receiver ever? Yeah, if you mean ever, I would say I don't know. I don't know if I wouldn't go that far, but I mean he's gonna be one of the greats. He can be one of the greats of all time. That's for sure. He's got the talent to be. Okay, let's go with Boyd, I guess. Let's see what Avi's saying. He will be top 2 every season. LOL. He will be top 2 every season. Will JJ be the top wide receiver ever? Clear 1.1, then CMC. Okay. I think I know what you're saying, Avi, but yeah, and to answer the question, could he be the top wide receiver ever? I mean, there's a possibility of it, but it's a tall task. Pick 3, full PPR. Thank you for the $10 hauler.
To the moon.
All $10 get a moon shot. Pick 3, full PPR semifinal: Swift, Pacheco, Olave, Knight, Rashad White. Okay, so I'm gonna go Swift, Olave, and Pacheco. Also Ryan Suckup as kicker. Should I try and get Chargers, Miami, Colts, or Patriots kicker over him? I wish I could tell you a clear answer on this, but everyone's scoring is a little different with kickers. It's not like crazy different, but sometimes there's variation that's weird. I'm going to tell you to pick the highest averaging kicker available in your scoring format. At this point, the kickers are who they are, and their offenses have trending that is different than other positions. And so go with the guy averaging what the highest amount possible right now, average per week. And that's who I would add from your waiver wire. So I'm sorry if that sounds very boring, a boring answer, but That's just the way I feel about that particular question every time I'm asked it, no matter what. Let's see here. Niners, Bengals. No, my first auto. Did I get it? Who did it draft for me? Godwin! What? Son of a... I should have queued somebody. That's my first auto. Godwin. Now I look like a moron. Like my voice? Godwin! Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. That like ruins my chances. I don't know that you can screw up like that. I don't think you can screw up like that. I mean, maybe. That would be insane if I still won it somehow, but gosh dang it, man. That sucks. I hit it, but I didn't. I couldn't hit the button. I kept hitting next to it. Man, that blows. I got a queue, guys, so it'll be queued. Man, that really sucks. I autoed. Only got one quarterback. I don't like that approach as much. This team doesn't feel near as strong as the other ones going quarterback heavy. All right, guys, I'm going to call it on the drafting, and let's get to a couple phone calls because it's getting later and your boy Smitty's getting tired. Let me get to the voicemail group number 1, Terry.
Hey, Smitty. I got a question regarding quarterbacks for next season. This year, I drafted Herbert thinking he was going to go off.
Yeah.
Next year, I remember you saying that there's no room for Herbert. I don't even think he might be a top 8 quarterback, but that's about it. Your top 4, correct me if I'm wrong, is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Well, not first, but
Josh Allen, Hurts, and Burrow, correct?
Correct. And I think that, Trevor Lawrence, Fields, Herbert, they could all dance around that territory. And certainly Lawrence and Lamar and Fields and Herbert are going to be the late drifting quarterbacks that might reach round 4, 5, 6. So if you believe in a bounce back out of Herbert, and we know Herbert's good enough to be a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the NFL. He was number 2 the year prior. It's just the supporting cast needs to improve. Things need to change there. So he's got that upside if you miss out on the earlier quarterbacks that you could, but I have a feeling that majority of our community will be just like we've all owned Walker. We all own Pollard. We own Breece Hall. I have a feeling our community in a very similar fashion is going to own big quarterback names across the board because we're going to be pulling the trigger earlier and people are going to be laughing at us because we're taking them where we think it's almost to the point of no return. Like we better grab them now. And people are still going to, on average, be like, you took a quarterback early. I'm going to be fine with it. I'm going to be fine with owning Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. I'm going to be fine owning Josh Allen or Mahomes. Now, granted, if they go down, it's a big, devastating blow. But we'll scoop up guys and have a potential nice backup quarterback plan. People can't do what they're doing right now, walking into the playoffs with only Hurts, and now they're screwed. You got to be careful. You got to back up your boy, and but we'll be attacking early quarterback very, very hardcore. And a lot of other communities probably won't, which is fine, which is great, which means that we'll probably get these quarterbacks later than we think. Stevenson or Jacobs, The bigger surprise, probably Jacobs is the bigger surprise. You know, we even liked Stevenson in this community pretty hardcore, so he didn't surprise us at all. We love Stevenson, big supporters of Stevenson across the board on this channel. But Jacobs, I didn't think would have the year he had. So by far the bigger surprise to me. Koa8 says, should I pick up Zach Moss, Raheem, or keep Akers? I go Raheem Mostert, bro. That would be the guy I pick up. For sure. Thank you, Terry, for the voice message. Okay, so I'm going to start doing this. Let's see here. This is from Lewis.
What's up, Smitty? I'm asking this on Monday night, so there's still a lot to know about Hurts' situation. But I need someone off waivers to make sure I have a backup for him. There's Zach Wilson, Dalton, Tyler Huntley.
I think I answered.
Gardner Minshew. If Hurts does end up not playing,
yeah,
so who would you go with in this situation?
I think I answered this for Lewis already. Here's a question from Big Howard.
Hey, Spenny. I got Hurts, but on the waiver,
Did I answer this one
Green
already?
Bay, Aaron Rodgers is sitting on there.
Okay.
Is he worth a pickup? Thank you. Aaron Rodgers.
And then, so this one's for Big Howard. I decided I'm going to answer these and record them at the same time to you guys so you guys know when I'm responding. That's kind of a late genius of mine. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. I feel like a moron for not thinking of it. But anyway, Big Howard, I would say, Aaron Rodgers is a fantastic ad if you're potentially in limbo. I would still grab Minshew if you can try and grab both of them if you have Hurts and have that total, that backup plan. And then you could also play matchups if need be. But yeah, definitely love Aaron Rodgers, and you can't leave someone like that on the wire when you're struggling and you didn't back up Hurts in a proper way. I'll grab multiple players if I have to, to make sure you really feel covered and you can play a matchup game, because he may play this week and sit next week. He may sit this week and then play next week. You don't really know. So that question's for Big Howard. Appreciate you. I'm going to leave this here for Big Howard. So thank you, Big Howard. Big Howard. There we go. All right, so let me go ahead and leave. This is Carl.
All right, start 2 running backs in a half-point PPR league. Should I start Michael Carter, Tyler Algier, Jamal Williams, or the duo in Tampa Bay?
Okay, so this one's Carl. So, Carl, this is live on the show, and I'm recording it here. Appreciate you. And if anybody wants to be a part of this, I'll tell you how in a second, how to become a part of the voicemail crew. But Carl, this is live, and I thought I'd do this rather than make you hunt down the answer. Pretty genius, huh? Yeah, your boy Smitty's thinking tonight. Old cough medicine helped me out, Carl. Carl, I'm going to Algier. I think he finishes off strong. They want to see what they got in this young kid. So I'm going to go ahead and say, go ahead and go Algier. However, Jamal's safe. You want to go a safe route. I think they do hand it off to Jamal, and they get the running game going differently this week than they did last week. And I think Swift's going to be used. I think Jamal's going to be used. We keep saying that, though, and we don't see them running the ball the same way or consistently. So Algier's probably your high-risk, high-reward play. Jamal has a little less ceiling now that Swift's in the mix, and the Detroit running game is a little sketchy. But he's probably good for like 8 to 10 points, whereas Algier could get you 4, but he could also get you 18. So that one was for Carl. Thank you, Carl. This is working pretty good. I like this. And then Carl with one more.
In a full-point PPR league, should I pick up and flex Romeo Doubs or Deion Jackson?
Ooh. Dobbs was used quite a bit. Oh, let me answer this. Dobbs was used quite a bit. And there's some potential for some decent production out of him, I think. But I probably would go Deion Jackson, I suppose. Dobbs might be a tad bit safer, but the ceiling is not extremely high. I would say he's like that, 5 to 8 point, 5 to 12 point guy. I think Deion could get you 4, 2, 3, but he could also get you 15. Does the chat agree or disagree on that one? I kind of feel like Deion's probably the call. So vote Deion or Dobbs, and this will be, if you want to see the chat, it'd be an hour and 24 minutes in. But yeah, appreciate your question, my guy, and I'll be doing it like this moving forward, so you can hear it live or right in this app. Okay, and that was Carl. There we go. I like this. All right, so my voicemail crew is taken care of. Thank you guys for leaving voicemails. If you guys want to be a part of the voicemail crew and leave me daily questions on the channel, all you got to do is go to my Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show. On my profile, there's a subscribe button for $4.99 a month. $4.99 a month. Half of a Starbucks coffee. You can have access to this voicemail group on Instagram, and you can leave me voicemails on the daily. I'll play them. And as you can see, I'm going to start recording my answer in the group too. And I'll play your question and answer your question. So thank you very much. Let's go to voicemail group number 2. This one's from B-Men.
In the semifinal, am I starting Dawson Knox or Pat Freiermuth? I've lost to this team twice already. He has Josh Allen.
Yeah, I don't care who he has. I'm going to tell you, don't go with the guy that didn't play.
Are you picking Zach Moss or Deion Jackson?
Okay. So, B-Man, I would say I don't care who your opponent plays, but I'm going to say I very much feel like I can't trust Freiermuth right now, and until further notice, I'm not going to trust him until I know exactly what's going on, and especially this week. I don't want to get burned twice. And Zach Moss and Deion, I did a video on that today on the Waiver Wire show. I feel like Moss is a little bit more interesting, but at the same time, we don't know if it was game script. The game was out of hand. They started running the ball differently, and Deion Jackson had a costly fumble that could have just taken him out of the game for that moment, and then they kind of regroup and put him back in. Tough to know. He's got the pass protection experience. He's got more experience in that offense, and was the guy that I leaned to last time that JT went down, so it's really tough to know. But it sounds like, and especially based on the volume, which was about 67% of the snaps went to Moss. Just don't know if that was because of game script. So I guess Moss, but by a hair. It's not a situation I trust. All right, so that one was for B-Men. B-Men, appreciate you, my guy. All right, so that concludes all the voicemails. Let's open up the phone lines now. I don't know how long I'm going to do phone calls, but we'll do some.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
We'll do just a few minutes of phone calls. Yeah, watch the Waiver Wire show. It's a pretty good one. And I redid the format a little bit to make it a little bit more, I think, helpful. E.R. McKinnon and Godwin, says Travis. I love McKinnon this week. You must start. Minshew, Brady, or Dak. I mean, if Minshew starts, you have a dilemma. I don't really know. Those are all very close. Guys, what do you think on that quarterback question? Minshew, Brady, or Dak? What's going on, Scott? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Scott, what can I do for you, Scotty?
What's up, Smitty?
What's up, my man?
How you doing?
Oh, how do I sound? I'm sure I sound fantastic.
You sound like maybe you have a cold. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not doing the greatest. But what's up with you, bro?
Oh, me and Gustavo made playoffs.
Attaboy, Gustavo, and you and Gustavo.
Yeah, Gustavo plays the first place guy, and then I play the third place guy.
Nice. You and Gustavo.
Gustavo's got a question.
Okay.
Hey, Smitty, I got a question. What's up, my man?
Look at these guys. You got like two peas in a pod, bro. What's up, Gustavo? What can I do for you?
Okay. I have Noah Fant and I have Taysom Hill. In the waiver, I can pick up Dawson Knox. I had him, but I dropped him because he gave me a donut, and I was mad.
Yeah. Dawson looks pretty good. He looks reborn. I probably trust Dawson Knox a little more than I trust the other two, but Taysom Hill is high risk, high reward. Taysom Hill could outscore all of them. Well, so could Knox, though. Knox has got that upside. I like Taysom a lot. I think Mark Ingram out for the year opened up the opportunities. We thought that before the week, and we feel that way after, especially. But I still like Knox a lot. I think Knox is a tiny bit safer. Taysom Hill is a tiny bit higher risk, a tiny bit higher upside. I wish I could give you like a concrete answer, but it's between those two for sure.
Okay, and then I have one more question real quick. On my flex, I can either put Judy or Juju Smith-Schuster.
What do you guys think in the chat? Judy or Juju? I kind of feel like Juju, he kind of bounced back last week, didn't he? What was his final line?
Mm-hmm.
He was at least
Yeah, he did bounce back.
I mean, he was in terms of like, I guess, being used, he was making mistakes all over the field. He's I don't know how many, had he fumble a couple times or did he have miscues all over the place? This guy was a wreck, but caught 10 of 10 targets for 88 yards. But I remember him being at the center of a bunch of craziness. Let's see. He had one fumble. Maybe the other fumble didn't count or something, but I saw him in more than one mishap situation. But 10 targets, 10 receptions, 88 yards. I'm going to go Juju myself. The chat saying Judy, Juju. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, what's the next question? So that's Gustavo. We've taken care of Gustavo. Gustavo, you have anything else?
I also have Cooper, but I don't trust Cooper on the flex.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper's okay, but I probably trust Juju a little more.
Okay. I'm good. Thank you, Smitty.
Yeah, what about, okay, so Scotty Doo. I'm going to change your name to Scotty Doo and Gustavo so that I know I'm talking to both of you guys. You guys are a duo. You guys are a couple. You're a duo. You come together. Gustavo and Scotty. There you go.
Yeah, we work together.
Yeah.
We work together.
Uh-huh. You guys rock, man. Yeah, everyone in the chat loves you. They're like, these guys are fun.
The Hawaii story guy.
The Hawaii guys, yes. I almost died in Hawaii. So
little islands, the tiny little islands.
The Mokaluas, man, almost got me. Is that they're called the Mokaluas or the Mokes? What are they called?
The Mokes.
The Mokes. They almost took me out, bro. I was an 18-year-old.
Yeah, when you come to Hawaii next year, if you come, you'll be able to link up with me and Gustavo, man.
I've flown a plane over Pearl Harbor. I've actually I took control of the plane. I wasn't the only one in it, but I flew a stunt plane over Pearl Harbor. But yeah, I love Hawaii. I haven't been there since, oh God, I want to say like my mid 20s. So I want to get back there. If I go back there, Gustavo and Scotty, I'm gonna look you guys up.
That's not, well, you have me on my Instagram, so that works.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm going to Hawaii. Right?
I do have one question before I let you go.
Yeah.
I do have Rachaad White in my flex, so I keep him there. But I also have Dylan, Olave, James Cook, Devin Singletary.
Name the options one more time. Laundry Matt, call back in. I missed your call on accident. Name your options one more time.
I have in my flex Rachaad White. Should I keep him there or to put AJ Dillon, Olave? I got James Cook or Devin Singletary.
Rachaad White, Olave, James Cook, Devin Singletary. Is that correct?
Yeah, or AJ Dillon.
I guess I kind of like Olave. I don't know. I know he's kind of risky. Laundry Matt, call in again. I missed your call. What do you guys think on that one? James Cook's interesting, but he burned you the week before. Hard to trust, but definitely in a nice high-powered offense, and he looks like they look like they want to use him. But Olave, I really love Olave. I know I'm a little concerned about that offense and moving the football in general there, but I'm gonna go Olave.
Oh man, that's a tough one. They don't have a quarterback. That dude sucks ass. He sucks.
Be careful
man.
there. Be careful there. What do you guys think in the chat? I mean, Cook's not bad. Singletary's okay. They're both. It's hard to decide which one between the two. And
Rashad White plays for Cardinals, and I know their defense.
Yeah,
isn't that
maybe
great.
I do go. Dylan's injured though, so we got to see. If Dylan were 100%, I maybe lean Dylan. If he's 100%, but we got to see if he's okay. And you got to check on you got to check on Olave.
He's not in the concussion. AJ Dillon is not in the concussion protocol anymore.
Okay, just make sure he's healthy. If he's healthy, I guess throw him in. I like that.
Yeah, I called him earlier. He said he's okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, I love Olave, but maybe he's also banged up. So check it out. All right, bro. Ask me later in the week too. Ask me later in the week when I haven't been up this as much as I have been today. I'm a little asleep and I need to hit that question later, bro. Appreciate you guys. Aloha. How do you say goodbye?
Aloha.
How do you say goodbye?
Hey, Smitty's asking, how do you say goodbye in Hawaiian? Hey, Nay, how do you say like goodbye in like the local terminology?
How do you not know?
And like, depends on how you say it. Like in like Hawaiian or like local slang,
They just
how
say
do you
bye.
like adios or goodbye? Huh?
Meleka Maliki Laka later.
Okay, man.
Nick, you're up.
What's up, Smitty? Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
So I am facing Hurts, and I'm doing a little keep away here. I just want to make sure that I got my priorities where they need to be. I got a couple guys lined up, but basically I'm asking you if, who should I prioritize? Right now I got Minshew in there at 1. I got Goff at 2 and Purdy at 3. And then, guys like Daniel Jones or whatever. I know it's those 3 guys, and I know that I can get quarterback ahead of him. So I just want to make sure we get it right.
Name the quarterbacks one more time in order.
Minshew. I got Minshew first. Goff at 2nd. Purdy 3rd. And Jones 4th.
Like part of me wants to say put Purdy 1. But then I think about it. Goff's got so many weapons. Goff, like I said, other than last week, trip and fall into 200 yards and 2 TDs with the weapons he has. Minshew, I like the idea of getting Minshew, but I don't know. Part of me. Let me just look up Goff real quick. And Goff is.
And I have Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know I'm not worried about like Vulture and his points or whatever, but
yeah.
I do have that, and I'm definitely starting him. So
I mean, bro, this is Goff's touchdown totals. So he has 0 INTs over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Wow, that's impressive. His last 4 games, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and then the tough matchup last week against the Jets, 1 touchdown, 250, no INTs. I kind of feel like I might say Goff is your safest. Purdy's a little bit not higher risk for like being bad, but just the offense runs the ball, scores 3 rushing touchdowns. You know what I mean? Defense scores and they just run the ball out. Whatever. I'd probably say Goff is your safest play.
All right, cool.
And like Cody said in the chat, the Lions are fighting for a playoff spot. Man, they're hungry. They're trying to win this game. The Panthers.
Yeah, and I do have the fail-safe of having St. Brown and like getting those points. But the other week he threw to 4 guys that weren't St. Brown. So
yeah,
that's a good defense if I get Goff. Yeah,
I'd move Goff up to 1. Yeah. I hate saying that, and then I like Minshew a lot, but we don't really. Minshew's kind of like a box of chocolates, bro. You don't know what you're gonna get,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But who knows? Dallas is tough, so right.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Smitty boy. Feel better.
Later, pal. Tyler's next. Then I got an unknown caller. Then I got Laundromat. So Laundromat, hang tight, please. Your laundry is very
All right.
quiet in the background, by the way. We don't hear.
I'm gonna go get my laundry.
Yeah, we don't hear a single thing. There's nothing running. There's no steam or buzzing or nothing. Tyler, and then unknown caller, and then Laundromat. So Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. Jalen Waddle, Metcalf, or St. Brown.
Waddle, DK, St. Brown. Man, why you gotta have this dilemma, man? This is a tough dilemma. How are you dealing with this each week? You're not, right? You're not. That's the problem, right? You're struggling with it every week.
Yeah, I'm struggling with it being like Metcalf being the only wide receiver there, or Waddle having to deal with, catches because of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know if you can see my screen, but I hate sitting Waddle, bro. I hate sitting Waddle. And Hill's they're probably gonna be focusing in this game on locking down Tyreek. So I do like Waddle a lot in this game, but I'm gonna go St. Brown. I wish you could start Waddle. I'm not thinking DK. DK could outscore both of them any given week. I mean, he's that kind of player, but I'm not thinking DK here. I'm thinking St. Brown or Waddle, and I'm going to go St. Brown, and I'm just going to trust, what he's kind of done all year long. Not that Waddle hasn't, but I feel like with this, what we just described, caller before you, is Goff's going to be throwing. He trips and falls into 250 and 2. Carolina, I mean, last week was the Jets. They were looking to probably shut St. Brown down. Carolina's going to have a much tougher time focusing on any one weapon at all. And I just think that St. Brown's going to have a day. But, I mean, you got to trust your gut. You got to trust your gut. Matchup's beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah. Trust your gut, though. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, call in anytime, my guy. Thank you, Avi, for that super chat. Rick has been a member of the YouTube exclusive membership for 1 month. Start 3: Lamb, Godwin, Hopkins, Connor, ETN, Chubb. Lamb, ETN, Chubb. Or you could go Lamb, Chubb, Godwin. I'm not sitting Chubb unless he's not playing, which there's a foot thing we got to worry about, but we'll take that as it comes. This super chat just came in, and hang tight for me, Tyler. This is from Johnny Not Bravo. QB start: Watson, Minshew, Purdy, or Rodgers. I'm gonna say give me Purdy, but it's very close. Those are neck and neck choices, my guy. Tyler, you're up.
Yeah, I could fit Waddle in, but I would have to bench Mixon.
It's still Tyler. This is the same Tyler. Okay. Sorry, Tyler never hung up. Tyler's like, I'm staying. You could bench Waddle, but what?
I said I could put in Waddle, but I would have to bench Mixon.
What do you guys think in the chat? Are you starting Waddle or Mixon? I think this is the better question. I mean, I keep St. Brown locked in. Waddle or Mixon? Vote for Tyler. Tyler, hang tight. We'll come back to you once the vote comes in. Next caller is an unknown caller. And then we got Laundromat on hold. So if you're not Laundromat, you are up.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Who are you? What's your name, bro?
All right. Thank you for taking my call. My name is Enrique. It's my first time doing this.
All right, Enrique, you're doing great.
Thanks, man. So I got a dilemma right now. I need my RB2 filled in with either Chubb or Stevenson.
Ooh, I think you got to go Stevenson.
Okay.
Right.
I could potentially flex Chubb, but I also have Godwin on my bench.
So you could start
So,
two.
like, I don't know.
You could start two of them, or you're talking about Godwin over Chubb and Stevenson, because I don't like that. Stevenson's hard to bench at this point, bro. So if you tell me you could start
Yeah.
two of the three, or just one?
Two of the three is my question.
Two of the three. Then I'd probably put Godwin on the bench, and if Chubb's a go, I would start Chubb, and I would start. I definitely sitting Godwin in that scenario for me. I like Godwin a lot, and make sure you trust your gut. But I just feel like there's a lot more reasons to be worried about Godwin coming up short. If Chubb's looking, the foot's looking bad or something, then it's an easy call to put Godwin in.
Okay, yeah. I just think Chubb is gonna have a bounce back game. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean you gotta hope that, right? And second of all, I just added a caller. If you could mute yourself, Isaac. But yeah, it's tough dilemma, bro. I mean, Godwin, Chubb, who's been struggling, Godwin. I mean, it's not an easy call. A lot of people might act like it's easy. Oh, you got to sit Chubb because of this and that. Chubb's capable of 150 yards and 2 touchdowns at any moment. So
for sure, he did that so many times. Like surprised me throughout the year with that.
Yeah.
But just lately, it's been.
I do like Godwin this week. I do like Godwin this week too, but it's just like I have to choose.
You got to go with the volume, I guess.
Yeah, I mean Godwin's got the volume, I suppose, but Evans could be the full go guy. That they've been. Evans is due. Evans is due for that 2 or 3 TD game. He started off that way too. I thought he was going to have like 800 yards in that game. He started off like on fire, and then he didn't do anything.
I was surprised that Godwin got on the board that game.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a tough call, bro.
Okay, and then I just got one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know that defense is not a big theme, but so I got New England is like the defense that I've been running with the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
They have a tough matchup against the Bengals, so I'm gonna pick up the Broncos against the Rams. Is that a good move, or should I just keep New England?
I think Broncos is okay for that dilemma. I'm not big on trusting the Broncos at all, but that's a pretty good one. But I mean, I could.
They were like my best option.
Yeah, that's not bad because I never like betting against Joe Burrow.
Yeah, for sure. He put the points. That was my biggest thing.
Yeah. All right, Enrique, you did good, man. I got you in the system here. Call anytime, okay?
Cool. I appreciate you.
All right, later, pal.
Have a good night.
All right, next up is Laundromat. And Tyler, real quick, Laundromat, hold on one second. Tyler, it looks like the votes came in. I don't know if you saw it. Votes came in. We got Waddle. What was your question? Waddle and Mixon, right? 2 Mixons and
Waddle and Mixon.
Looks like 3 or 4 Waddles, 2 Mixons, not maybe 5 Waddles. I mean,
thanks.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I probably would go, because Mixon. I mean, as much as I like Cincinnati, Mixon's been kind of crap in the bed all year, whereas Waddle's been fire. Like overall, he's been fire. He's had some hit and miss games and stuff, but like he's been floating in the top 10 all year. I'm gonna put Mixon on the bench, I guess, man. But it's a tough decision. You're gonna get this wrong, 4 times out of 10 minimum.
Okay, thanks.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. Next,
Bye.
Yeah, call anytime. Next question is from Laundromat. Laundromat, your long-awaited re-entrance. What can we do for you, Laundry?
Smitty, I did 4 loads of laundry since I got on this call.
I'm sure you did, bro. What can we do for you?
Hey, I'm just trying to get my defenses set for this week and next week. So I got a couple defense questions. Wondering what you do.
Okay. My favorite question. Go ahead.
All right. So the first one is just out of 2. I picked up the Titans defense earlier because they're at home against the Texans this week. But there's also the Bucks at Arizona.
Yeah.
With that weird QB situation.
I go Bucks, bro.
I don't know if I should stick because the Texans been looking better, and Titans have lost 4 straight. or if I should go for the Bucks against that Arizona team.
I go
that's just
Bucks,
horrible.
bro. I go Bucks against my Cardinals. The Cardinals look pathetic.
Okay.
But, I mean...
All right, and then, yeah.
Go ahead. Laundry?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
I
go
thought you
ahead.
were thinking.
No.
Okay. All right. And then week 17, I got a couple of options. Chargers at home versus the Rams.
Okay,
Jaguars versus Houston. The Giants versus the Colts. And the Cardinals defense versus the Falcons.
Cardinals is...
It's really hot.
What's really hot? What's really hot? Jerick McKinnon's on fire. I agree. Okay. Laundromat, I probably go... I mean, who's scoring the most out of those defenses in your scoring format?
Neither of them are great. I mostly just went for just the worst teams they're playing against. But the Chargers have been looking good the last 2 weeks. They're at home versus the Rams, week 17, and probably have something to play for.
Yeah, and that's a night game.
That.
That's a night game. I do like that. It's not bad. These are all very close, man. Giants are pretty interesting against the Colts, the lowly Colts right now. JT's out. They can't move the ball for anything. Matt Ryan's horrible. This is in New York. I guess I'd maybe go with the home team there and say that caller was on hold. It got too heated in here and he left. Call back, caller, if you want to be on, but you were on hold. Giants, what are we doing, guys? Giants against the Colts, or are we going Chargers on the Sunday night game at home against the Rams? Those are two good options, Laundromat. Those are two good options.
Yeah, Jaguars have scored well the last 2 weeks, and they have Houston week 17, probably playing for something too. Maybe I can wait on this and see what happens this week and still have some good options, considering if I make it, I'll be just going against one person. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, pal.
All right, hey, thank you.
Yeah, check the chat for the answer on that. We got one giant vote. Giants. Man, you got 3 Giants in a row, bro.
Okay.
All right, pal.
All right, thank you, Smitty. Happy holidays.
Yeah, you too, man. Let's see here. We got Isaac. Isaac, you're up. What can I do for you, Isaac?
What's up, Smitty?
What's up?
What's up, Smitty? I have a question. You can choose 2 out of this list.
Mm-hmm.
It's between Dylan, Gabe Davis, Rashad, Drake London, and Deion Jackson.
Dylan, Rashad, Drake London, and Deion?
And Gabe Davis.
You know Gabe's going to go off the moment everybody gives up on him.
Yeah.
You know it's going to happen. Probably Dylan.
I've started him 7 straight weeks.
Probably
Gabe
Dylan.
Davis.
Probably Dylan right now. But I mean, Dylan could get you like 2 points. You know, it's not like he's a guarantee of any kind. I like him a lot right now, but I don't know. He looks so strong. They look like they wanted to run him a ton, but it's tough to say. You know, it really is tough to say. I think it's the Dolphins. Yeah, I'd probably go Dylan, but Gabe Davis, I really do think he's going to have that game. It's going to be when everybody gives up on him, but it is what it is. I'd say Dylan's the safest. I think the chat would agree, go Dylan. You get to pick 2 of these?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, okay, okay. What did Rashad White finish with before I move on this question? 1 second.
Yeah, Rashad played pretty poorly this week.
Let's see. Rashad White had how many carries did he end up finishing with? 11, right? It's just the problem with it is that they're in a complete split. I just don't. As much as I love them, I like London a lot, but I don't know how much I fully trust the situation yet. But London is a guy because he's showing flashes of what we've been kind of seeing out of Garrett Wilson, and he got 11 targets. Yeah. His back-to-back weeks of 12 and 11 targets for him.
I started him this week.
I mean, let me look at Gabe Davis's targets. I know Davis is going to go off the minute you bench him,
honestly,
bro.
I think I'm starting Gabe Davis because I've started him like 8 straight weeks, so I might as well just start him again.
Yeah, since your decision, your choices aren't like crazy, amazingly like you're gonna regret it the rest of your like these are very close. I would say maybe you go Gabe and Dylan. If you're feeling a little frisky, London over Gabe is not crazy. I think London's targets are double digits the last 2 weeks, so there's definitely a reason to believe that it's a good start. But Gabe Davis, you're inching toward the playoffs. I think they start getting in a rhythm, but we'll see, bro. Yeah, I like it. All right, Isaac, appreciate you.
I gave him Dylan. And one more thing. Would you start Purdy over Deshaun Watson this week?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
I would.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right, last caller on hold. You are the last caller of the night. What can I do for you?
Hey, can you hear me, Smitty? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's up? Who's this?
This is Matt calling out of the Bay Area, San Francisco.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, so I'm in the championship semifinal this week. First seed, but
congrats.
The first 4 seeds are pretty. Thanks, man. We're pretty stacked, so we're all pretty even. I got a couple of options that I was wanting to pass by you. The guys that are set in stone, I got Fields at QB, Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill at wideout. Running backs a little thin, but I got Kamara and AJ Dillon. Tight end right now I have Everett, and at flex I have Keenan Allen starting. On my bench, I got some options for flex because I'm pretty set, I believe, at those top positions. But at flex, I could put in Devontae Smith, or maybe I'll also have Brandon Ayuk because I know he's the lead wideout with Debo out now. I also have Raheem Mostert on the bench. Do you see any changes in my lineup with those options on the bench?
So it's really going to come down to Keenan Allen and Mostert, or Keenan Allen and Devontae Smith. With those 3 guys. Mostert is such an interesting play, and I mean, bro, he had 136 yards last week. I'm gonna ride that wave. I think I like Keenan Allen, I do, but he's been a disappointment on and off all year, and then Herbert's been a disappointment on and off all year, and the Chargers have been a disappointment. So there's like a lot of like pattern recognition there, Like I could much more easily see and vision going, never trusted the Chargers again coming out of this week than anything else. So Mostert, I mean, I can't guarantee anything, man, but coming off a big game.
I also have at tight end I was gonna say I have Everett starting, but I also have Kmet on my bench, and Kmet's had a couple of big games this season, but they are they're at home against Buffalo. Would you keep Everett, or would you make that switch for Kmet?
Kmet had 5 targets last week. Everett had 6 targets last week. Everett hasn't scored a touchdown since week 4, though.
Yep.
Kmet has at least scored. He had a stretch of 5 TDs in 3 games, and that was when, I mean, and Mooney's down. I mean, the odds are that he's going to be the favorite target for Fields, and I'm just gonna go Kmet.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody
Yeah.
feel like they would go Mostert, Devontae Smith, or Keenan Allen? Vote on that for me. What did Keenan Allen finish with last week? I'm blanking out.
He had
86
last
yards.
week he had
86 yards.
86 on 9 targets.
He hasn't scored in the
Makes
last 2
sense.
games. Mostert has 130 yards. I mean, they're both good plays. 9 targets. Keenan Allen had in his last 3 games 14 targets, 14 targets, 9 targets. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
To have 14 targets, 12 receptions, and only 92 yards, no touchdowns, that's a little weird. To have 14 targets the week prior and have 88 yards, that's a little weird. 9 targets for 8 receptions and 86 yards last week. I mean, bro has near 40 targets in 3 games, and he has no game over 92 yards. Like, it's a little, they're struggling a lot in LA, and I don't know. Let's see what the people say here.
Okay, and then lastly, so I can get you out of there. So I got Philly as my defense. I don't feel like I can start them this week against Dallas on the road. And you know the playoffs, every point kind of counts. Would you bench them? I also got all on waivers. There's Cleveland, Cincinnati, LA. There's not a lot of options, but I was thinking of maybe starting Cincinnati or picking up Cincinnati. Would you make that move?
Say it again. I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought, and I'm falling asleep almost.
So, yeah,
I'm almost pulling a rock. I'm almost pulling a rock out,
would you
bro.
put them on the bench?
I'm sorry. Say it again. Who are the defenses?
Philadelphia. Their defense put them on the bench this week.
I know. For what were the other ones again? I didn't hear them. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. So there's Cleveland. They're at home against New Orleans,
Yeah.
and then I was thinking Cincinnati. They are going on the road against the Patriots. What do you think about that? On waivers and.
Yeah, I just don't think those are options that are making me stray away from Philly. Because it's not like Philly's been blowing up lately. It's like they were off to a bigger start, but they're explosive. They're hard to bench, man. I'm not saying Cincy can't have a game that you're like, man, that would have been a good play, but what's Philly had the last 4 games for you in your scoring? Can you click on them and see?
Yeah, they've got at home against Green Bay they had 6, Tennessee they had 10, Giants they had 9, and then last week Chicago they had 9.
It's just so steady, man.
Yeah, they get after it.
Like, it's not all about scoring, you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to be like, oh, well, Dallas is going to score. Like, that's only part of the scoring, and rarely ever are you getting those points, fully anyway, where you're shutting a team out or something. I just feel like, Dak's capable of scratching his head walking off a field, Dak's capable of fumbling the ball. They're playmakers, man, and they're fighting. They're hungry. They're trying to win this game. They may have to do it without Hurts, but Hurts may play. I guess if Hurts doesn't play, maybe you consider going the other direction. But I'd probably start Philly.
Yeah, the last 3 games they have, 7, 13, they have 18 sacks. I believe
they're playmakers more than anything.
Games.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate the help. Thank you so much.
Yeah, later.
Take care.
All right, phone lines are off. So thank you guys for dialing in. We did a lot tonight. 2 hours. Did some drafting. We did a whole bunch of stuff tonight. We got a lot done. I'm live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday. That means I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm not sure if I've got all these super chats out of the way. I may not have. I apologize if I didn't. Let me go back to these real quick. Scotty Do with the super chat. Smitty opened the line. Avi says St. Brown. Next question. I think I got that one. Johnny Bravo, I think I got that one. Start Purdy. David Williams and Andre, are you still here, broskies? I don't know if I got your questions out of the way here. Who should I start this week? QB Rogers, Purdy, Lawrence, 6 point per TD passes. I had Hurts, Lawrence as bad weather. I think we got to wait till we get full weather reports, my guy. Purdy's very interesting if you're worried about weather, but Lawrence in a vacuum, Lawrence would be my dude. Dak or Brady? I'd probably say Dak's tough because of that Philly matchup. So I would normally say Dak right here, but maybe I go Brady on that, Bob. Bob, bring that to me later in the week though, when I'm got a little more rest, because I'm about done. And chat can chime in on this. David, you're still here. Good. I'm sorry about the delay, David. Forgive me. And who's the next one? Andre, you still here? Andre, are you still here, bro? I hope you are. Sorry about the delay, Andre. Chat, who are we going here? Are we going Purdy to be safe, or are we gonna go T-Law and wait on the weather? I like T-Law. I'm gonna say T-Law. I'm saying start the man that's on fire. But if we feel uneasy about, is there weather in this game, or am I even? Is that correct? Yeah, there's weather. Put in T-Law, and we'll decide this on Thursday, okay? But if you don't hear from me, then T-Law is the answer. But let's go. Let's attack this later, okay? T-Law for now. T-Law for now. Is Andre still here? Andre's still here. Attaboy, Andre. Sorry about the wait, my guy. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
For Andre, and who else got that? I think it was just Andre with a $10 hauler. My dude. Lost Hurts, just got Minshew on waivers, starting him and Purdy in the Superflex. That's nice. That's not a bad starting, starting duo for you, my guy. Who should I start at flex? Godwin, Knight, Ingram, Jamal Williams. Godwin. Cardinals. Oh, Goodwin. That's Goodwin. Jamal Williams. I go Jamal Williams. Detroit's playing for something. Jamal's been steady Eddie all year. He's had a couple games where he hasn't scored. He did score, and they called one back last week, though. So he was on his way back to scoring touchdowns. I'm going to go Jamal. Of these options, I'm going Jamal. It's not like if that's Goodwin. If that's Godwin, I go Godwin, but it's Goodwin. You wrote Goodwin. I know Goodwin's relevant right now, so it probably is correct. I'm going to go Godwin if it's Godwin. If that's Goodwin, I'm going Jamal. Final answer. Baltimore, Bucks or Baltimore defense. Love this show. Hit the thumb up. Thank you. I'm probably going to say Baltimore or Bucks. Baltimore or Bucks. This is week 16, right? Yeah. Cardinals are a tasty matchup for the Bucks, bro. That is one tasty matchup. So is Ritter. Give me the Bucks, I suppose. But it's a very debatable thing. Avi, I'm playing Broncos over my Eagles. Probably, says Avi. Okay. I mean, I don't blame you. You got one Ravens defense. Am I wrong on that? Should he go Ravens? It's late. My mind's not even there. Ravens versus the Falcons. It is in Baltimore. I guess if Lamar... You know what? If Lamar's back... Bucks are a pretty good matchup. They have a good matchup against the Cardinals, though. But I guess I would say this. If Lamar's good to go and back, which we don't know, and he may not be. If Lamar's back, go Ravens at home. If Lamar's not back, you better go Tampa Bay. That's my opinion. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, David Williams. Thank you, Johnny, not Bravo. And my answer again to you would be start Purdy. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Scotty Dew. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Pix. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Vamp. Thank you, Avi. Avi, you super chatted a lot tonight, bro. Avi, to the moon.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, dude. I'm surprised I didn't notice you super chatted that many times. He's freaking here all night long doing that. He super chatted almost as many times as Rock Out snored. in the last episode. If you missed that, go watch about I think it's like an hour, and I have the timestamp right here. If you want to just hear a taste of it, here's what we can do. Let's see. At 1 hour and 57 minutes, and you can hear a good sample of it. At 1 hour and 57 minutes into the Week 16 news show, which is the show right before this, 1 hour and 16 minutes in, 1 hour and 57 minutes in. 1 hour and 57 minutes in, you'll hear Rockout snoring, and we do like 30 minutes with Rockout. He fell asleep on the phone. It was phenomenal. Best thing we've ever had on the show, period. 1 hour and 57 minutes in on the last video. Rockout snoring for 30 minutes while we're just talking. It's unbelievable. It was amazing. Soothing. Very soothing. It's got a very soothing snore. I'll see you all on the flip side. I don't know if I'll be live during the day. Depends on if there's breaking news. If not, I'll see you all at 7 p.m. Eastern, because your boy Smitty goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday. I go live whenever breaking news happens, so you may see me earlier. And I go live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight, which is what this is right here. I will see you all tomorrow. Later, David. Later, Cody. Later, Josh. Later, Travis. Rowe. Later, David Ramos. Later, Aiden. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, 28 Trains. Appreciate you. Isaac. Cody. Uncle Slayer. Appreciate you. Texas. Isaac. Avi. E111. Terry Roberts in the building, people. Sam. Charlie Lights. If I'm missing anybody, Peter, appreciate you. Take it easy. Get burrowed. Get lambed. Take a lap.